Hey guys, it's Tartan coming at you with another episode of Hardcore Minecraft. It is night here at home, but it's about to be daytime. Not really. We've got our bundles with random junk in them, and we're about to go on an adventure. We're going to crack this snow block, because it's in our way. It reminds us that the snow is here, and we're just going to go book it. I don't have a shovel. I'm not going to make one. Am I? Do I need one? I don't need one. We're just gonna go to it. We will give Garuda his seeds. Hi guys. Give Atropa a pet and give Bella a pet. Good old Calcite, warming himself by the fire. What a good dog. He has such a good time by the fire. We're gonna leave him there. And now it's going to be time for us to go. We've got our snow with us. We've got a small amount of resources. 18 breads. We'll need more breads than that. Do I have a bunch of random meat cooking in the auto smelter? This is an important question that we'll be able to figure out here. But I hope you're all well. I got off work and then I got home and watched a bunch of videos on the internet. But now I'm done watching videos, time to make one of my very own. Alright, so I guess we don't have any food sitting around that's just done. Which isn't terribly surprising. Oh yeah, we had the raw beef here, I guess we just didn't cook it. We've got tons of stuff sitting in chests. I'm just going to go grab some wheat that is definitely in a chest somewhere, probably over here. And then we're going to get our breads and carry on. No wheat. That's right, I used it all on the animals. This is so terrible. Only one wheat. Alright, so do we do the unthinkable and wait to start the journey? We could do that. We could just cook a whole lot of chickens, and then that'll give me an opportunity to, what? Farm wheat? We're going to put the snow into this chest, because apparently I can't be trusted to leave on a journey immediately. And we're just going to go into the chicken hut and get some experience, because that is a reasonable thing to do. Their terrifying beady eyes look into us once more. But there are not nearly enough chickens, so we're going to have to throw a lot of seeds at them. That's the only way to get more beady eyes. Kyler, when you say I look like Dr. Eggman, you know, people tell me that a lot these days. I think that it's not very accurate, but to me, Robotnik looks like he looks in Sonic for the Sega Genesis, and the modern iterations are not what is conjured up when someone says it. And because my upper body and my lower body are basically the same size, you know, I don't have like this much of an upper body and tiny little legs, and I also don't have marvelous red hair. I don't think of myself as looking very much like the Eggman. But I've heard the comparison before, and I think it's delightful. I'm glad that people are seeing heroes or villains when they look at me. Either one. And before we know it, we'll have plenty of chickens in here. Do I have more breeding to do? Yeah, we can do probably like one more round. The thing about a setup like this is that it's pretty hard to hit them all at one time, but if you just spend a little bit of time, you can probably avoid the cram and get most of them, like a really good amount, so that you're not wasting it. But then you don't want to wait too long. Once it stops getting any sort of efficiency, it's just time to move on a little bit. But through that, we'll have a little bit of cooking going on. Yeah, so we'll just have only 14 cooked chickens through all of that. That's pathetic. Ah, well, we probably won't need more than like 30 foods for this journey, since a lot of it is going to be putting snow blocks down. Does putting blocks down take hunger? You know, this will be a thing that we can look at today. But we've got our bundles, we've got our snow. We should bring the good fishing rod. Hi, Sid. Everything's going well over here. I had like several cookies today. Always feels wonderful and decadent. I got to distribute them to several favored people. There were actually so many people I favored that I ran out of cookies to distribute. It's very sad. I mean, not for me. I got all the ones that I had planned to have. I mean, I'll share with people, but not if it's not a thing I didn't plan on sharing. Like, I make some of these cookies to share them, but I make a lot of them to eat myself. And never ever will the two categories ever mix. You're drawing me now as Dr. Eggman? Excellent. I love it. I like the Sonic games a lot. I never liked them as much as I wanted to, right? Like, I felt one of my best friends growing up, he was like super into them, and I would always get like a little embarrassed by how much I preferred like the Mario style of platforming to the Sonic style. Although I respect both of the iterations. It's not really fair to compare like the longevity of the series, since Mario is you know, why club anything with a comparison to a series like Mario? In fact, sometimes the only way you can really compliment something is by comparing it to something in Mario. Like when someone says, "You look like Luigi," I think, yes, absolutely, famous guy with a mustache, you're right. I could play him in a movie. It's a me, Luigi Mario, the last name is a Mario. It's okay that I do that, my grandmother's from Italy or whatever. Um, uh, and also, you know, I think I nailed it. Yeah, Sonic 2 was good, and then thank you for the compliment on the impression. You know, a lot of effort went into my fake Italian voice. Whenever I watched the Quentin Tarantino movie *Inglourious Bastards*, and they had the bit where they were like just doing like the worst Italian impressions, I was rolling. I'm like, yes, this is totally me. Where it's like he just has the guy say his last name repeatedly, Margaretti. Margaretti, and I'm just like dying in the movie theater, and the woman I'm seeing at the time is looking at me like, "Oh my God, you are so much dumber than I thought." And I'm like, "No, no, this is high comedy. Do you not see that they're saying the language kind of wrong? This is good stuff." But you know, not everybody can agree on art. The shine on my bald head is in perfect white. Well, the color temperature of this light bulb, why did I say it bulb? I don't talk that way. The color temperature of this light bulb is a sort of a yellowish color temperature for sure. So there's be no reason for it to reflect white. Yes, Sid, I quite agree. You know, sometimes they can be hurtful. Often they can be. But they can be great fun. And I think it's pretty clear when there's no animosity meant. everybody's mileage varies. But the bad Italian accent, I think, is like a really safe one to indulge in, and it's all the more fun because a lot of my family, in not the immediate past, but like in the last 150 years, did come from Italy to America, where like my my grandmother used to have the little papers, on the wall in her living room of when her mother came over from Turin, Italy, once upon a time. Once upon a time. It was long before I was around. Back in like the early 30s, I think, is when that had happened. But my grandmother did not have a bad Italian accent. She didn't really have an Italian accent at all. Alright, so it's time for the most important thing of all time. Putting slightly more snow on the sides of Everest. And there's only one way to do that. Gradually. And then suddenly. We're just gonna block in that iron because the person I am now wants to preserve the iron. That way if anyone ever comes here in the future, they'll, while adventuring around, why am I even putting it here? No one's ever gonna see this but me. Maybe that's good enough. I'm sad that that's only the amount of snow that I got. I went too far into doing it here. We need to go way further up. This is going to be like a total failure. It'll be alright. We'll be back with more snow someday. This won't be the only snow we put here. Man, I fell down way further than I thought. I think, yeah, what happened was I saw the cloud, and it made me think that was where my level of snow was at. Why am I making the scaffolding with snow? These are questions, unlikely to be answered today. Why am I doing any of this particular way? I don't know, I was just winging it, right? The most important thing was that we got rid of the ability to see the stone. I wasn't thinking really much beyond that. I said to myself, all you have to do is make it look like there's snow here. You're making my mustache curly? Oh no! It can be done. Hi Layla. Have I dabbled in redstone yet? Only a tiny little bit. I made a repeating circuit that I have for my unethical crammed chicken coop. It's not that unethical, it's only unethical compared to like the real world. It's not nearly as bad as what some people have told me they regularly do in Minecraft without a care. For example, whenever I have to make the amount of chickens considerably less, I use a stick attached to, like, stone or diamond. Other people talk about, like, just really, really extreme methods. But I've done almost nothing with redstone. But I think tomorrow we'll work on trying to see how, like, minecarts and stuff work. Somebody said they're not that complicated. So we'll see if that's true. Am I going to run out of snow? No, we got a little bit more snow. What I am going to do is run out of night, and I need to continue my pointless trident quest. I mean, my tridents are definitely a real quest. I'm never going to give up. I'm not even disenchanted. It's going to happen. One day I'm just going to wake up, and I'll have a trident. And it will only happen because I have killed 300 or so drowned. It's going to happen. It's going to happen today. As sure as fall damage will come for me, we're going to get a trident. Eventually. Oh, an Enderman. Move closer. I want to hit it with my sword. Fighting him on the side of this wall isn't, like, awesome. I think it's going to be fine, though. Oh, yeah. Easy peasy. And we'll just eat some delicious bread. Do I think I'm going to add snowmen to the mountain again? Yes, Sid, I definitely am going to add snowmen to the mountain again. I bet it's going to rain as soon as I do. Can I see any pumpkins from up here? Let's just, see if there are any pumpkins. So this is exactly the sort of reason why you should carry a spyglass with you. Because you often will see a pumpkin somewhere. You won't be able to tell. But there, I don't think any pumpkins that way. There's a village, we could just go get them. I think we'll add snowmen, but not right now, because of the lack of pumpkins. I get so mad looking at that creeper there. We're just going to boat down and then go and try to find some drowned. We're going to go around so that I don't ruin things with the creeper and, like, mess up a cherry tree or anything. Yes, I am excited for that too. I'm just going to fly around and point at everything. It's going to be a great time. But let's just take a little look. Never mind, I am not far enough away yet. We'll get a little bit more distance and then take a look at whether or not we can see any of that. Yeah, that's noticeably more snow than before. Yeah, totally nice. We can see that it's still a little work in progress there, but we definitely got a good amount more coverage there, and we still have several hundred more, so gonna crack the boat so that boat discipline is assured. There's nothing down here but the infinite sadness of needing to kill drowned. How many have we killed? Still 294. I have killed 294 drowned. I have never been killed by drowned, and I have never, ever held a trident in my hand. But perhaps today. Hey, look! Lots of drowned. Any of them have a trident? Irrelevant. They will be part of an important gathering of statistics. For example, we will gather this one with a sword. Layla, you like the cherry blossom trees? Thank you. I'm like kind of obsessed with them. They're like one of my things. We got a miniature drowned. Hey, that one's got a trident over there. Will today be the day, guys? Are tridents real? I am about to drown in my my pursuit of materialism. So we're just gonna make way to the surface, eat a couple of breads, regen the life, and then make our way to this fellow. Give me the trident. Give it to me. Alright, so, as you may have anticipated, we did not get the trident, but that's okay. They could be real. They're probably real. And I, for one, am incapable of being discouraged due to probability. But if any of you are bored of me just like sort of running around in the depths hitting drowned zombies, I must apologize on behalf of random number generation. It's not over yet. Layla, yeah, this is hardcore mode, absolutely. This is day 286 on this hardcore world. Hi, Bear. Tridents are probably real. Justine, you ask if I have a lyric for my favorite song. That's actually... I wouldn't be able to even think of how to answer the question of what my favorite song is while I'm in the middle of doing other stuff. If you phrased it differently, like a lyric from a song that is in my top 50 favorite songs, I could give you one without too much effort. But if you ask for the superlative one, then first I have to figure out what song I mean, and that is hard. So I don't know what my favorite song is. Concerto No. 2 by Rachmaninoff, probably, and there aren't any words in it. Look, Layla, they have little bundles. You can put stuff inside of them. Also have terrible inventory management. You probably would have known that about me without me telling you. I think the one I'd go with is, if you walk away, I'll walk away. The only Christmas songs I like are sad ones. So if you wanted to do a Christmas one from me, don't do Deck the Halls, do River by Joni Mitchell, and do I Wish I Had a River So Long I Could Teach My Feet to Fly. Yeah, like, for example, I could just carry random trash in the bundles, making it appear that I have inventory management skills. Copper, random things, right into the bundles. But you can't fit the Totems of Undying into them. Also, I should be putting it in slot 7 because that is what I said I was going to do. I only recently started getting the Totems of Undying, but... Alright, so we're going to roll around a bit and get rid of that song. Too many of those sounds. It looks like we're not going to get a trident today. But perhaps tomorrow night we will. So, where's the mountain? There is the mountain. I'm just gonna run home real quick, and we can say hello to the pets now that everybody's here. Oh, Barry, say the American Football Cover album came out recently. I've got to check that out. You were telling me about that. I love them so much. What a great band. Yeah, there's a lot of things that won't fit into the bundles. They're usually like use-based things or containers that are themselves filled up with something. Like you could put a glass bottle into one, but you can't put a bottle of water into one. That kind of thing. But this, oh, hello, one of the LAs. As we can see, he's being an excitable little dude, and he was just, waiting for us to return so he can tell us what a good job he's been doing. But here we have our little village with a big pillar of sand in the sky. That's, you know, to let me know where it's at. I get lost easily distracted. Iron and wine doing never meant. You know, this just made me, in 2002, a very happy person. Have to listen to that probably tomorrow morning with coffee. Why are we coming onto the island from this way? Oh yeah, because I need pumpkins. Layla, I am very much excited if you choose to do that. Alright, that's gonna be like totally enough pumpkins for all pumpkin related activities. That'll make like 10 snowmen, which would be like a good amount. Obviously not like what I would classify as enough snowmen, but a good amount. And let's go say hi to Hank the cow dog. Does Hank eat chicken? Hank probably eats chicken. We'll go give Hank the cow dog some chicken. Good old Hank. Hank is the cow dog, of course. He watches over the cows. We got our spooky little Halloween thing, but yeah, this is what the little village looks like. I don't think you've seen it before, Layla, so I wanted to show you it around. We've got our cherry trees there, and all these cherry trees weren't from here. You know, I put them in. I could plant more, and I put like some dark oak in the middle of random trees over there because I like the aesthetic. And I made a little tulip field. And then we got two little mushrooms. This is Mushy Smalls. He's everybody's favorite. But then there's Baby Moosh. He was the original mushroom. Layla, those are just, you know, that's a regrettable farm. But, you know, these are our friends. This is Doug. He's our pal. He's a sniffer. We actually got like 4 more sniffer eggs on another adventure, so we need to increase. And then here's what it's really all about. This is the Dark Oak crime family. We got our Katzatropa and Belladonna. Bella's like the advisor. She's the consigliere of the whole thing. We got Luca. He's the muscle. He mainly hangs out here and dances. We have a little dance party most of the time. This is Calcite the dog. We found him inside of an amethyst geode. I don't know where we really found him, but that's where he appeared. And so he's there. And then this is my buddy Garuda. Garuda's my best friend. Garuda appears in all of our hardcore worlds, and he's the mob boss. Doug is a thing called a sniffer. There's an update where you can do archaeology, and one of the things that comes out of it are these large little dino eggs, and then he grows up, and yep, adorable dude. And then so this plant here, this little pitcher thing, Doug digs up special seeds that only he can access, and then also like this little tulip thing here, this fiery tulip. It's called a something. A torch flower, same old thing. And I have let the cats out, so we're going to have to get them back inside. The problem is, that cats are so silly like that. Garuda often wants to get outside and like take over the world, so sometimes you gotta corral everybody together. We're just going to sit Tropa down, and before long, this will all be fine again. The LAs, they just, they do their own thing. But Garuda is like best pal and a big hero. And if Bella would just come inside, then we could get on with our adventures. But she's a playful cat. We need to just zip her over here. All right, now we'll go inside. There we go. She's pretending to sit down, but not really sitting down. Classic move. But yeah, this is my little village, and we spend lots of times just messing around here and talking to our pets. But now that we've gotten our pumpkins, we just need some shears, and I definitely have iron like everywhere, right? I could even find some on Everest. Here's some shears. There we go. Here, I will make them by drawing the shape. Oh my god, I will accept the award, the Nobel Prize for Engineering. I know that's not a thing. For making shears by drawing the shape. I've really leveled up. I should play Stardew Valley. I haven't, and I saw that it was on sale the other day, and then I didn't buy it because I was playing Minecraft. But I did look at it. But we're just going to swing on back over towards Everest, put a little bit more snow down, fight some more drowned, and then at the end, cheerfully at the new drowned statistic, and get a better idea of how lucky or unlucky I am. One day I'm going to look up what the actual expected drowned return of tridents is percentage-wise. It's probably around 1 in 300, surely. Yes, I did play Harvest Moon. I didn't own it, but I got it on, should I say this? I got it on a computer program. No, I'm definitely allowed to talk about emulation. I'm just not allowed to tell you where to do it. I got it on an emulator back in, 97, 98. There was a working Super Nintendo emulator that got me access to a whole lot of games that were too expensive or, like, impossible to find at the time, and I liked Harvest Moon a lot. I had the most fun. My friend and I would do this thing where we would start like a new Harvest Moon game. Like I would go over to his house on Friday night or whatever, and we would start it up that night and just stay up for like the next 12 hours and see how far we could get and how cool we could get the setup and just trade off every now and then. But from most of what I've heard about Stardew Valley, it just takes everything that Harvest Moon did and made it better in every way, or the same. And that's not like a condemnation of it, just, that's the impression I get. Now, all we have to do is find a reasonable amount of drowned. Could be one. But will it be one? We've just got cooked chicken for the night, which is like the worst food. glad you enjoy the music. Yeah, the YouTube audio library has a bunch of stuff that I quite enjoy in it. In my new era of appreciating electronic music. In my old, you know, pop punk emo phase, I would have been like, where are all the sad words? I'm like, no, you can just imagine the sad words. Oh, you're saying the music in Stardew has got here. Ah, yes, that is good. I should look it up. I love looking up, like, full game original soundtracks and then just going to sleep. And then sometimes waking up and my YouTube autoplay is, like, absolutely outlandish and it's recommending me stuff I've never heard of before. And then usually I tell it, no, don't do that anymore. But sometimes it's really good. What I really like is when it gives you, like, a song and it says 25 people have ever watched this. I promise I won't do anything to ruin the farm, like eat the special yam or whatever. I'll make sure that I identify the rarity of any sweet potatoes that I eat. No fancy radishes will be trampled underfoot. I know you guys have told me horror stories of people's inconsiderate use of Stardew Valley resources in the past. Why are there not more drowned in the ocean for me to hit? Fortunately, we get a big ol' speed boost from a dolphin, which is going to let us go a vast distance and see no more drowned, no more drowned. Well, we could always fish a little bit. You could fish away your sorries, it works. Please don't make me with the first dino egg. Oh, well, you know, I'm more of an omelet kind of guy. But I can see how it would be difficult to resist. We'll just fish one time. After all, it's possible that a trident can be fished up. That's just a fish. We'll fish 2 times. Yes, there's like, what, am I just a number to you? Am I just a number on a page? No, I'm just gonna stay down in the depths of the ocean. I'm not even showing up for this. You're rude as what you are. All you ever do is hit people. Or drown zombies, as the case may be. Which isn't fair, you know? They just don't get to see the other side of me because I don't have a trident. I'll be out pretending to be a storm god. I'll, like, hold it up in the rain. Just, like, real careless stuff. If I had one. Is this a zombie? Yes. I think he just has... He is rich. He has a nautilus shell in one hand and a fishing pole in the other. But neither of those things, as you'll note from the structure of the sentence, are trident or trident adjacent. They're just things. And what I need is a trident. No, I do not have Facebook. I used it once upon a time for quite some time, but I do not currently have an account and have no plans of getting another one. Although I try not to be negative in this space, I will say that they are a good example of making a product worse over time and expecting people not to notice. We are out of breath, which is not great. Yeah, well, I mean, even if I can't stream it, it's still worth playing. I know, like, Dead by Daylight, I don't think they have, like, a less graphic thing, but they have one that, like, what? Oh, it's just phantoms. Oh, they get underwater? That's fun. Oh, but they're slow getting up, so we'll just need to go down. They'll have to dive down to get me, and then we'll be able to hit them again as they're going up. Yeah, because they won't even need to go too high, so we'll be able to get extra hits there. I need to make a crossbow and put piercing on it for that advancement, and they'll try to dive, but they're really not good at prosecuting the attack into the deep like this. You know, the Air Force doesn't really benefit from charging underneath. And is it just the 3, or do I have more and they just come in one burst? Alright, yep. Well, you know, that's the sign that the game wants me to sleep. But it's also the sign that the game doesn't know that I'm strong enough to sort of just casually ignore that need. And I kind of thought they wouldn't dive under the water too. Like a bee won't follow you here, but a phantom doesn't follow those rules. I don't use any other social media. They drop phantom membranes, which I don't know what they do. There's so many things in this game where I just, like, I don't know what they do at all. I just assume that if I pick them up, that will make me happy in the long run, because I'll figure out what they do and that'll be good. The exception is dirt, where I know what dirt does. Dirt gets put into the secret dirt chests, and I can't tell you where they are because it's a secret. But we look like we got some more drowned here, so we're going to approach them because while they don't have tridents, what they do have is the ability to add one number to the amount of drowned that we have dispatched over time. A very important thing. Is the sun about to rise? Yes, alright, so we need to spring into action. The most important thing after phantoms is that they're annoying. Did I leave my bed? Okay. A total lack of bed discipline. What is this callousness? I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in myself. I should really be behaving better than this. Not like the night's dangerous, but still. Like, where's the bed discipline? 287 days of relatively good bed discipline thrown away. Who knows when I'll get another bed? I was gonna sleep at the bottom of the ocean to show that I could, and instead I'm gonna not sleep to show that I left my bed. I left my bed. It just shows that I feel too strong. The moon walking in water would have been yet another indicator that I feel too strong. You know, the Totem of Undying and something about, like, how I got into, like, really nuts situations and still had half of my hearts left has made me more brave in the overworld. I'm still too much of a coward to, like, even go into the Nether, of course. And also, it's boring. It's not just that I'm afraid of it. It is boring. Maybe I can find a way to make it not boring, but I don't know what that is yet. Yeah, I think yeah, because after we finally got home, I put everything into that chest, right? And I said, we'll just come back and deal with this later. But everything included the bed, which if I could go back to myself in the past and say, hey, maybe when you're putting everything up, don't put the bed up. I mean, I kept my sword. I kept my shield of unbreaking 3 and mending. Why would I put the bed up? Can you name a bed? Can you name it "Don't forget this, dummy," and then carry it around with you? It wouldn't work. I just wouldn't read it either. This is such a good mountain. There's a lot of good mountains, but this one's mine. Alright, so next steps here. How did I make that jump? Are you kidding me? If I can fall through this, then I'm gonna find that out soon, huh? And here we have our sign. 10 out of 10. That isn't a rating for the mountain. That was the date. It was just 16 days ago that we found our way to the top of this mountain on what must have been in the first 20 or 30 days of the whole endeavor. But it is time to eat chicken and to send our minions to work. What minions, you might ask? Well, the snow minions. If we carve it on top of them, does it appear? These are questions I do not know the answers to. Yes. Alright, that's exactly how you do it. You know, the cloud keeps making me think that it's not a cloud and that it's snow whenever I'm just like looking down, and it's not. It is it's definitively not snow, it's all cloud. Oh no, I've made a huge tiny mistake. You know, we'll just create a snowman there. Okay, I'm a monster. So I created it right there, and then he immediately... No, I don't know what happened. Has my village been raided yet? Yes, I won a raid the other day. It was a lot of fun. I prepared for it. I read the St. Crispin's Day speech from Shakespeare's King Henry V, and it was pretty glorious. I only messed up a couple of the words because I can't ever read a poem right. But, you know, it doesn't matter. They're just looking at me with this look on their mouths, like, what am I supposed to do with my hands? I don't know what to do. I don't know, man. Figure it out. Like, you can give a snowman everything and they will still look at you like they need some advice. Like, I found the pumpkin. I don't have time to go into it right now, but this snow is actually, you know, from a really great distance away. And then they just look at me like this. But at least now they seem to have gotten along with it, and they're doing a little bit more. It's about time. Alright, so do we need any more on this side? No, not at all. We'll just continue on. Man, you know, it's pretty, but it's hard to see with the cloud. That's what I signed up for whenever I decided I was going to adopt a mountain inside of the clouds, though. This is just like getting more haphazard as it goes, but the thing is that the only thing it's really limited by is the amount of snow blocks I have, because it's just going to look like extra snow if I put too many down somewhere or something. The only thing we have to avoid is what we might be getting here, which is big splotchy things in between layers of snow, which will be unsightly. And, you know, large clouds will make it harder to see when that's happening, but not impossible. Hopefully not impossible. We'll just see sort of how this looks here. Man, that cloud is huge. We've got like the biggest clouds in the world, and they are all right here, right now. Immediately on top of this mountain. Alright, there we go. They moved a little bit. Thank you. But yeah, that's what it looks like up here. It's pretty nice. I wish there was a coral reef right there, but one cannot have everything. I just need to get one. Yeah, we'll do the thing, right? Where we no, not there. We'll do it here. Because we need slightly more of that, but we'll just go through like a huge amount of effort to make it look as though the tree is not floating in midair. For some reason, I've decided this is important to me. Here, there's dirt to make it look like the tree grew out of it, because I needed to make a crafting table and a chest to leave snow up here before I go somewhere else. Very important. Leave the snow here. We'll leave nothing else here. We'll leave nothing else here. We'll leave the pumpkins and the shears here. Can I create coral or grow it? I do not know. I know that if you try to mine it, it turns into dead coral blocks, which, like, is both the game judging you and you judging yourself simultaneously. You can probably silk touch it, but I have never went back and tried. And as the night falls, we don't have a bed again. Of course we don't. Why would we? We also don't have any wood on us to make a bed if we needed one, but we don't need one. We're very brave and strong. Oh, Liam finished basic? Hi, Liam. I also want to say hi to him. I thought I saw him post in Discord. Yeah, I think with Silk Touch you could probably mine it because the game doesn't have very many totally unmineable things. Like a beehive, I know you can mine with silk touch or whatever. Alright. The dolphin will let us swim very, very quickly. There are a bunch of villagers there, including a zombie butcher. That's what I feel like after a long day of hot work. Just like, yes, put my bandana on and let me move my hands in front of me. But we're just going to be heading towards home. We're going to be heading towards home underwater, so maybe we can find a trident. But, it's getting to be close to my bedtime, so we might as well run physically into a drowned. Like I said, if we're underwater, we'll be able to notice them. And that'll be useful, right? Just like, you know, wouldn't it be cool? I'm not saying it's going to happen, but wouldn't it be cool that if on the way home there's one with a trident and then maybe they could drop it. And then we wouldn't have to figure out how many we've killed before. But the number is going to get one higher. Oh, it's a little one. We'll have to aim down a little bit. They're really hard to hit these in the third person, but it's worth it not to shift my view. And I've been needing to improve in third-person combat for a long, long time. Trident! Alright. There's never been a more important moment than this. Ow! We tank a shot like a champion. We block a shot. We dodge a shot. We dip under one. Give me the trident. Give it to me. I am afraid that we have not received a trident, but we are one step closer to figuring out if they're real. Bye, Lola. Bye, Bear. If I see y'all tomorrow, I should have cookies, so, bit of excitement. I think it would have been better if that guy dropped a trident, but it's still not a bad time, you know. And maybe in the future, somebody with a trident will be around. Well, did I leave my boat? Probably. We're gonna keep on swimming because I have not only left my bed, I have left my boat. A complete abandonment of both bed and boat discipline. But it'll be alright. Be more alright if maybe a drowned zombie appeared with a trident. But you know, we're not gonna hold our breath for it. We will just zoom underwater. And be happy with how the video's gone. Happy with how the day has gone. We've seen some beautiful places. We got more snow on Everest. It's gonna look so cool when that cloud gets out of the way and you can actually see it. The little dusting of snow from the snowman on top was nice. And then, you know, we've got minecart plans for tomorrow, which is probably going to take up the bulk of it, unless I don't think they're interesting. I can never tell what I'm going to think is interesting. Player drowning. Like, what a fun subtitle. We're just going to go overland to home. And if we see a creeper, we're going to go very far away from it. Oh, a witch! The thing about witches are that you just have to notice they're there and defeat them immediately. They're not dangerous if you don't let them hit you. I mean, sure, Prot 16, pretty good, so you'd live a lot longer than you otherwise might. But there, that was just a 100% clean kill, and that was just, you know, to compliment myself. You gotta identify the danger, and then move against it, and that's the only way to get through with the witch. You can't try to run away from a witch. You gotta catch them before they complete their rituals. And now, with several less skeletons, we will arrive at home once more. Got anything for us, Doug? Who's a good Doug? Baby Moosha Moosha Smalls want to say goodnight. Photorealistic field of tulips. And we return home, as always, pierced with arrows, happy as ever. Wondering where I have put all the seeds. I had so many in here. What have I done? Garuda's gonna kill me. I'm a bad person. Oh, I have all these pumpkin seeds. That's where they are. Here you go, boss. So sorry, boss. And then seems like the rain is falling outside in game, so that's nice. And it is time for Dance Party. We have to listen to Cat because it's the best song we have. And Luke is just having a good time. And we've got 360s out of all the LAs. Life is good. Everything is working out so wonderfully. The thunder roars, so actually we either lay down or go out and fight through the thunderstorm. But it's already night, so hopefully the villagers will be safely in home. And anyway, Bald Rapunzel will definitely be inside. Bald Rapunzel will be fine. We should have purchased a couple more mending books, but, you know, after all the effort we went to keep him safe, I hope he'll be alright. The lightning strikes, but that will have hit a lightning rod in the neighborhood. Almost certainly we won't have to worry about it. Scary sounds again. Actually, do I want to look around and see if there's any, skelly horses? Be a weird, another burst of luck. Besides my skeleton horse that I already have. I'm getting distracted again. I was supposed to be ending the video. We're going back home. Man, my inability to focus is considerable. I left the dance party because of the lighting. I forgot what we were doing. We were celebrating the return home. But anyway, guys, that's about it for me. Tomorrow, I should be streaming tomorrow night for some amount of time. Maybe a couple of hours, maybe just like 1 or 2. That's the same as a couple. Maybe several hours, maybe just 1 or 2. Just depends. But thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Hope you've enjoyed, and I hope I'll catch you in the next streamer video. And that's all for me tonight. Thank you, guys.